César Chavez Sr. says that Devin Haney won the fight. No doubt about it. You can't, be sentimental for Lomachenko, and that's what happened. He said he went forward, forced the fight. No doubt that he won. A lot of people were sentimental. And one thing I say about the black people who was all on Devin Haney helmet, they always feel the right to have to sympathize for everybody else causes. We always in somebody else's causes, like with the Ukraine, and then you had just other different things. I mean, when the hurricane over there in Thailand or whatever, the typhoon, whatever it was, and you see people, on their profile pictures or publicly or financially supporting their cause, but then, when it comes to a black cause, we told to always shut up and stop crying. And we get caught up in it every time. And, hey, what's going on to the Ukraine? But they not talking about what they was doing to the African people and some of the black people who are studying abroad over there. Wouldn't even, provide them transportation or help them out over there. A lot of black people always feel they conditioned by the media, and they conditioned by, some of the values over here to feel the right to kind of sympathize, with other people's causes. But when it comes to our causes, we always told to shut up and stop crying. And what they do, they shut up, stop crying, or they quickly forget, which I mean by shut up and stop crying. And then they go back to repeating the cycle, you know what I'm saying? But they always want to, feel like they want to sympathize with everybody else's problems. And then again, I'm going to get a little bit deep boxer-wise on this video. It's so funny how, when one fighter come forward, they say he forcing the fight. When a fighter they like Triple G come forward versus Canelo, he forcing the fight, he should win, he on the front foot. But then when other fighters come forward and they force the fight, oh man, he didn't do enough, and Lomachenko was countering and all that bullshit. But like I said before, whatever fit their narrative is the way they gonna put that shoe on, or the way they gonna put that jacket or that coat or that t-shirt on. That's just what they do. If you like aggressive fighters, and it got to be, I always say it has to be an effective aggression, and Devin Haney was very effective. If he wasn't effective, then what round it was, like Lomachenko could have really stepped it up and got him out of there, the 11th round or whatever round it was, the 10th. Why didn't he? Because the body shots took effect. Why was, Lomachenko mouth open? The body shots took effect. And the punches that he was throwing took effect. And if you notice how they trying to really play this for the sentimental value for Lomachenko, and it has something to do with the Ukraine and all that stuff, if you notice how they trying to play it, if you really pay attention, I'm just telling you, dude, you got to watch the media and watch how they operate. You will notice every picture that they post up about Devin Haney and Lomachenko is Loma punching Devin Haney, or it's making Loma look like the position of being the alpha or the dominant fighter. But once you go back and watch that fight, a lot of them punches that he throw, they was arm punches that was missing. He landed some good jabs, he landed some shots here and there, but they was arm punches that was missing. He wasn't in there trying to punch with true conviction. Now, I don't know if that's because that's just his style. And I know his punches, he had a style where he liked to pop your head up with his shots. It happened to Teofimo Lopez, but then again, when he try to pop your head up with shots that he throw, the problem becomes the way he does it, he not sitting on his shot. He's an amateur. And when Loma's more effective, if he would have kind of been a pro earlier and sat on his shots, he probably would generate more knockouts and more power. You know what I'm saying? But the way he punches, they arm punches. He not generating power, and that's the problem with staying in the amateurs too long. You don't learn how to sit on your shots and develop the hurt, and developing the hurt business. You still try to amateur pity pat, and just how people say, well, we don't really like the Cubans because how they fight. Lomachenko do the same thing, where Usyk had to make that adjustment because he was going to the heavyweight division. So he had to make that adjustment. But at the same time, bro, some people just tend to like the more aggressive fighter. Some people like the more effective fighter. You hear Max Kellerman just say, well, I judge a round about based on who would I rather be in that round. And you judging the whole 3-minute round. Not a shoe shine at the end, and that just lets you know how short people's memory and attention span could be outside of scoring a knockdown or a droppage or a point be taken away. Like, that's the only moments that can win you a whole round in the moment. A knockdown, obviously a knockout, a point being taken away, or even in a round, it could really shift. But going through the 3 minutes, it's a whole 3-minute round. And in my opinion, from what I seen Devin Haney win more of the 3-minute rounds than Lomachenko did. Even if Lomachenko started off hot and winning a round, those are the most majority of rounds I gave to Lomachenko and finished strong. Devin Haney really took the play with him and won the meat and potatoes of the round. And a lot of time it looked like it. So you could make a case, like I said, 116, 112. That was not far-fetched if you preferred Devin Haney style. And what he was doing, he was fighting the longer durations of the round, and he was more effective doing so. And Lomachenko was effective doing so, was fighting in bursts. You know, even when Lomachenko stepped on the front foot and wanted to do something before 2-something, you know, he would just stop punching, or he would reset and just work his way back in. And Keith Thurman kept doing the same shit versus Pacquiao. He would land a good, when he finally started figuring out halfway through the fight that if I throw straight punches and I throw my 1-2 and I throw that 2, Pacquiao can't defend against it, which is common sense versus southpaw. You know, I can land this. Keith Thurman kept landing the 1-2 and admiring his work, or taking a step back, or then it turned into a half step back instead of throwing the 1-2, stepping over, then throwing a hook or something like that, and using angles on Pacquiao. That would have confused him. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there trying to cut a hot dog up, cut a glizzy up. Motherfucker, if you don't eat that glizzy, I don't care what people say. Everything in this generation is kind of like, you know, is always kind of like frowned upon. It's always, you know, you this, you that. Oh, that's gay. You know, that's what they say about it. But hey, at the end of the day, man, if you want to enjoy a glizzy, or, you know, these dudes wearing purses, so how they gonna judge you? With PCCs, how you gonna judge me and he a mother effing square? I don't really prepare to get into all of that, man. If you a secure person in who you are, no matter what your sexuality is, and I was talking about this with somebody, I was on the phone with Tom yesterday. I said, I'm one of them people that if I like it, and well, you know, I like it, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? You know, even if people don't think it looks sweet or whatever, it's nice, or they wouldn't wear it, cool. I used to get people like that, I wouldn't wear that, dude. But then again, when people say that, they secretly, you like, oh shit, that was basically a sign of endearment. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nigga, or I like that. I used to get people say, oh, damn, that's nice, you put that together, yeah. Don't take no effort when you know how to dress. You know what I'm saying? You know when to dress for the occasion, but nonetheless, I digress. But yeah, kind of looking at it, bro. You know, and that's my explanation about the fight. I don't have to read back and watch it. I mean, I've been watching boxing so long, bro. I know how to tune out the commentators. I know how to tune in what I'm watching. But Julio César Chávez, he right. And, he right. That dude came forward in a lot of sentiment for Ukraine and Lomachenko. And then it was a lot of brainwashing coming up leading into the fight. It was a lot of, underplaying of Devin Haney. Oh, man, Lomachenko might be old and he might not be the same fighter. So then again, guess what? When he showed that he ain't an old fighter, and then brainwashed you to believe he doing better than what the fuck he doing, dude, it's all old media tactics. My granddaddy, warned me about that, bro. He said, when you get older, you'll figure it out. You'll start seeing what I seen in the little undershots and how they plant seed, and he exactly right, bro. My granddaddy was right about that, dude. My granddaddy gave me planted a lot of seeds in my brain that I would listen. People didn't think I would listen to what the advice they were saying. But it's always, yes, you can listen, you can comprehend it and everything, but it's your choice to apply it. And you may not, I might got some advice 20 years ago, and I might go through a situation where it might resonate now, and I'm like, okay, I know how to handle that. Or next time, I'm going to do this. But that's just me, that's just what I do. People don't think, oh, you don't listen, or you don't want to do this, or you lazy. I was just one of them people that like to do shit on my own time. I'm going to do it. When I do it, I'm a very proactive person. But yeah, I did listen. But don't mean I'm going to apply it right now. I'm still, I'm going to weigh my options. But you tend to make mistakes. You tend to make mistakes when you're rushing it. That's the thing about it. You tend to make mistakes when you're rushing it. That's the one thing about it. You tend to make those mistakes when you're rushing. And, when you take your time and shit, when you think shit through, it's FedEx. I ain't gotta get that truck. I'm on break. When you think about it, you be like, all right. When you sleep on it, when you walk away, when you don't make irrational decisions, when you're able to control your emotions and walk away, you make better decisions. That's one thing about pressure fighters. They apply pressure so you can make mistakes under pressure. Most people can't handle the pressure, make diamonds under pressure. They bust. But if you know how to handle the pressure and you know how to handle them, you do pretty well about it. But Jesus Christ, man, I like I said before, what basically Julio César Chávez Sr. said was stop being emotional. I'm too emotional. Come on, man. Stop being emotional. And everybody felt bad, and they planted all them seeds in the media, and they knew Lomachenko was going to lose, and they kind of wanted to prop his value up because Devin Haney, walked away with his undefeated record and the belts from Top Rank and probably going back over to Eddie Hearn. So, and then, what Paula Malignaggi say? Spaghetti and meatball ass. This right as what's it kind of Raining Meatballs? What's the Chance of Cloudy Meatballs movie say? Oh, he signed a deal with Top Rank 2 days before the fight. Well, where's the deal at? I'm pretty sure they would have announced it. Why is he talking to Eddie Hearn if he signed a deal? That's a breach of contract, and he can sue Eddie Hearn. I mean, Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum can sue Eddie Hearn. So I don't get into all that riff-raff and all that bull jive these dudes be talking, bro. I don't get into all of that, dude. These dudes got personal problems. These dudes will kill you over a woman. They'll kill you over $1. They'll hold a vendetta against you over $1 or whatever it is. And I told you boxing is a small fraternity. Niggas had beef over an old tournament that didn't score their way. You know how it go. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Peace.